This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important updates to share with you. If things weren't expensive enough, looks like $433 more per month is how much households are paying due to inflation. What's being done about it? Well, there's $200 surprise checks going to certain Americans, $450 and $1,500 checks going to other Americans. One state is giving an extra 14% back to its residents. And I'll play you a video clip from one senator talking about what is going to be done during the lame duck session. And I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a more than mundane Monday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more straight to the point updates on matters that financially matter to you. So let's get into it here. Inflation boosts U.S. household spending by $433 a month on average, according to Moody's. So inflation raised $433 a month for the average household, according to analysis done in October of 2022, and the index increased 7.7% in October from a year ago, down from its peak, but still near the highest level since the 1980s. So basically, this is an invisible tax on American households, paying an extra $433 per month just because prices are higher and the value of the dollar is worth less, which is a real big shame when it comes down to it. When it comes to the presidential election, Gavin Newsom, governor of California, told the White House he won't challenge Biden. So it looks like we may have a rematch here between President Biden and former President Trump for the 2024 presidential election. Do you think that's a good matchup? Should there be new blood in the race for both the Democrats and the Republicans? Let me know your thoughts on that. When it comes to money being given out, surprise December bonus worth $200 available to Americans. See who's eligible. So this is going on in Morgan County, Alabama, which is giving out $200, a $200 bonus to full-time workers there and $100 bonus to part-time workers in Morgan County, Alabama. And then Massachusetts residents to see 14% refunds by December. So if you live in Massachusetts, looks like residents will get 14% of their refund by December this year. The refunds are due to a stipulation in Massachusetts law. When a tax revenue collection in a fiscal year exceed an annual tax revenue cap, the excess revenue is given back to taxpayers. So as we've seen with a lot of other states, rather than just a set amount, Massachusetts is going to give 14% back of the personal income tax from 2021. And then more money here, lump sum payments between $450 and $1,500 available to Americans. See how to apply beyond the original deadline. So this is going on in New Jersey. So New Jersey residents can apply for these tax rebates, and I'll mention the deadline in a moment. So the original, or actually first here, homeowners who earn $150,000 or less will get $1,500, while those earn between $150,000 to $250,000 will get a $1,000 check. And then for renters earning up to $150,000, they will get $450. And so it looks like between $450 and $1,500, depending if you own a home or rent. The deadline to apply for this was December 30th, 2022, but it looks like they're extending it to January 31st of 2023. So if you live in New Jersey and you're renting or owning a house, definitely apply for this. You could get $450 to $1,500 there. And what can Democrats push through Congress during the lame duck session? So now that the Republicans have the House, more or less the Democrats have the Senate, still not decided yet. But what is going to be done about it? Well, excuse me, all they're really talking about is just passing a continued resolution, a CR, for the big bill to fund the government, and they're not really talking about much else, unfortunately. There's a lot of promises saying as soon as the elections are done, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Now, up until January, looks like it is just going to be a lame duck session, not much being done. Take a look at Republican Senator Tim Scott speaking more about it.
Joining us now to discuss what we should be looking for in a leader is the senator from the great state of South Carolina, Tim Scott. Little known fact, I think your mother wanted you to be a preacher. I wanted you to run for governor. I'm not sure where you wound up. In the Senate, right? With about 60-something% of the vote a couple of weeks ago. I've forgiven you. but I'm not sure your mom has. You become a household name in your own right. But I want to ask you, so you are a leader, but what are you looking for in other leaders? What are the qualities you want to see?
You know, Trey, thank you for the question, number one, and I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Truth is, faith in the future gives us power in the present. If we're looking for leadership, we want leadership that has a vision on who this country is going to be and how we're going to get there. There are a few things that we need to see within leadership. The first is optimism. We have to believe that the best is yet to come and then show people how to get there. One of the things I've been blessed with is a miserable start in life. I say a blessing because now when I look back, I know that all things are possible because we are Americans. America, we are always the solution. We are never the problem. So the second thing I'm looking for in leadership is understanding that the key to our success, the key to victory, it's not politics, it's not the government, it's education. Education is the closest thing in America to magic. So how do you get a good education? You make sure that every single kid and every single zip code is empowered with that powerful ingredient of education, which means that the parent needs to have a choice, and it gives every single child a chance. Individual liberty and economic dominance. A good economy makes all things possible. So help me understand your vision of a good economy. One of the things I understand as a small business owner, a good start in life is having a job, but a better start is creating jobs. So understanding that you're always in charge of your economic future is another one of those key ingredients. So leaders who understand individual liberty, economic dominance, and educational freedom, they'll get my attention as long as they are spending more time in the future than they do in the past.
All right, I want to ask you about a word I hear all the time. I hear the word fight. People say they want leaders that will fight. I actually want leaders who will think. And who think enough to know which fights are worth waging. I mean, every fight is not worth waging. So, look, I've known you for a long time. People just cannot believe what a nice, kind person you are. I have seen those issues that get you willing to fight. So where do this word we hear all the time, what do you think it means, and how do you have the wisdom to know when to pick the right fight?
Well, if everything is a fight, that might just mean you're a bully. If nothing's a fight, it means that you're not in the game. So from my perspective, the delineation we need to have is knowing the difference between a fighter, someone who's fighting all the time, and a warrior, someone who's willing to lay down their life for a greater cause. I can't think of a more important cause outside of my faith than this country and my family. Anyone who comes to interfere with my family, they're going to meet a very different Tim Scott at the door. Anyone who believes and disrespects our country, they're going to meet a different Tim Scott at their door. The truth is that there has to be something that you're willing to lay down your life. In other words, if all you're thinking about is winning, you might be on the wrong page. The truth is, what are you willing to die for or lose for? There have to be principles that undergird human flourishing. And for those principles, you've got to be willing not only to die, but sometimes live and lose.
All right, what are some of the non-negotiables in your own life? And of course, I'm talking to somebody that I know what they are, but I want the viewers. I mean, what are some of those characteristics and traits that are just non-negotiables that you would rather lose 1,000 times than sacrifice fill in the blank?
Well, one of my great friends taught me that even Jesus lost a voice vote to Barabbas. I'll let you figure out who that person was. But the truth is that I would be willing to lay down my life for the concept of freedom and faith. Faith is something that is the foundation of this country. The Judeo-Christian principles undergird human flourishing in a way that nothing else does. If you are not going to be willing to lay down your life for your faith, then you're not in the right room. Truth is that the question should be asked, though, what does that mean? Most often what it means is laying down your life for Americans you've never met. Think about the greatest generation, those folks who fought in World War II that made sure that we're speaking English and not German. The truth is that those men and women went to a foreign land to make sure that the entire world was saved. That's why we refer to them as the greatest generation. You think about those single mothers who go to work every single day, like my mother did, hoping and praying that in America, all things are possible for the poorest, the least among these. We have proven that is true. I would be willing to stand in the fire to make sure that every single child in this country has quality education, because I know that is the greatest source of opportunity. It's the closest thing to a panacea known in our country.
You know, Senator, I started by saying your mom wanted a minister of the gospel. That's what she wanted for her son. It sounds to me like that might be what she got. She got a minister. She got somebody who's not afraid to preach it. So, Senator Tim Scott, it is weird to me to be talking about leadership qualities with you, because you have most of the ones I'm looking for, but thank you for indulging us, and I hope you had a great holiday. I'll talk to you soon.
What are your thoughts on that? And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something that you should do. But when you want to do something and you want to do a goal, then believe in yourself. Like if you want to ride a bicycle, drive a car, or do anything that you want to do, you have to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself with your mind. Or if you don't believe in yourself, you won't get it right. So, and also there's something else that I wanted to tell you. You have to believe your dreams in order for your dreams to come true. And that's all the suggestion that I wanted to say. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. So still in a lot of pain for my surgery. Basically, I'm just lying down all day, and it hurts a lot to sit down like this. But trying my best. I took the weekend off just because I needed to rest, and not really able to do much. It's going to be another 3 weeks, I think, of non-weight bearing. I have the doctor's appointment tomorrow to check up, see what happened after the surgery. So I'll keep you updated on that. And hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos, my other channels, click right up here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.